Well, match day one, I've got a lot to say. I got a lot of thoughts and I got a lot to say. So we managed to go to Old Trafford and get the win, 1-0, goal from Calafiori early in the first half. And yeah, we was able to ride out the storm and get it over the line and leave Old Trafford with the points. That's all it was about. Collect the 3 points and move on to the next game. We move on to Leeds, and after that, Liverpool. In terms of the performance itself, it's not pretty. It was not pretty at all. I think early on Zubimendi struggled a bit. Saliba very shaky. Raya on the ball was moving a bit iffy. Also, Ben White, I don't think had his best game. Saka extremely quiet. Martinelli not great. Gyökeres up front couldn't really get touches of the ball. Rice as well, pretty much anonymous to be fair. I think if anything, the best player in the first half was probably Odegaard, in the sense of he was getting on the ball and he was dribbling past players. Wasn't creating too much, but endeavour was there, energy was there. But in terms of performance, as I say, it wasn't the best. But I have to be honest. I've been seeing a lot of talk, Arsenal fans talking on the game, giving their thoughts on players and the performance, and it's been predominantly negative. And I don't like it. I have to be honest. I don't like it one bit. And I feel like a lot of people are I don't know if it's social media, but they're just losing perspective on how things work in football. I've said it in terms of pre-season, like that is about building fitness and preparing for the season. But then by the time match day one comes, it is always chaotic. It's always chaotic. It never, I mean, sometimes it can go well. We've seen it with other teams, the performance City put up at Wolves and things of that nature. But even if you look as an example in the Liverpool game, they went 2-0 up and then Bournemouth was able to pull it back to 2-2. But anyways, that all goes without saying. The point I'm trying to make is that it's typically chaotic. It's never smooth sailing. The team is not automatically just going to kick into gear and play amazing, scintillating 10 out of 10 football. You've got new players. You're away at Old Trafford. Manchester United, it's not the greatest Manchester United team in the world. Fair enough. However, if you go over the years, we've won prior to this game, 3 times at Old Trafford in 19 games. During that 19-game time period, they haven't been great, Man United. They haven't been the best. They haven't been the best team. But regardless, we go there and we struggle. Even in our heyday with the likes of Bergkamp and Henry and our, the raw world beaters that we had, Man United, Old Trafford has always been a struggle. Let alone on the first game of the season where things are, I'll say it once again, chaotic. It's always going to be like that. You're still developing your fitness. You're still developing that match sharpness. No teams have any form. There's no form going into the game. It's the very first game. So it's always going to be like that. And I just feel like some of our fan base, we know there is an element of toxicity and there's certain things that go on in our fan base. That goes without saying. But I just feel like there's a certain lack of perspective. At the end of the day, the most important thing was the 3 points. And despite us not playing well, yes, for the majority of the game, we went 1-0 up within 15 minutes. Very early in the game, we was 1-0 up. So cool. Yes, we didn't necessarily take the game by the scruff of the neck and control it as maybe we would like. But in the first half, they had the better chances. Sure. But after we scored, we was relatively comfortable. It was more a case of the jitters and the jitters and the mistakes that we were making, which were leading to certain situations. And I'll say it as well, Man United at Old Trafford, first game of the season, they're going to be up for it. There's no reason for them not to be up for it. Regardless if you think they're a good team or not, they're going to be up for it. The team's going to be up for it. The supporters are going to be up for it. The club's going to be up for it. There's going to be a buzz. There's new players. The new players want to perform. They want to show their level. Cunha is not a bad player. He's a good player. Mbomo is not a bad player. He's a good player. These players started. They played. So they're going to have moments in the game where they're on top and they're probing and they're challenging us. But I just feel like there was this weird energy. I don't know if it was in the online Arsenal community. I don't know. But there's an energy of negativity because the performance wasn't 10 out of 10. And I just don't think that's right, because even on our best time period in terms of form, going to Old Trafford has always been a problem. It's always been a problem, and we went there and we won. So I just feel like, I'm saying all that to say you need to hold an element of perspective, man. I feel like there's a hangover from last season, and a lot of the fan base is still up in arms about what happened last season, and maybe some of the recent news that's been coming out in terms of Eze and it looking like he's going to go to Spurs. I feel like it's just creating a very weird energy that I do not want to be a part of personally. And as far as I'm concerned, it was about the performance. As far as I'm concerned, get the 3 points, especially in a time where the fixture list is very, very difficult. It's just about the points. Secure the points and keep it moving, get down the road and come back to North London. Simple as that.